now. Hollywood, Hollywood, no looking down. Hollywood now. Hollywood, Hollywood, no looking down. Hollywood now.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Another interview with King Solomon Entertainment. And we're so grateful to have another interview here on the Hollywood Now platform, where we bring to you one-on-one Hollywood star power, as well as Hollywood insiders, as well as Hollywood influencers. We're so wonderful to have you today. And thank you guys for joining us. Please take this time to share this video. Let everybody know that we're on. Let everybody know that Hollywood Now is having another great interview with another great guest. But before we do that, we want to take the time to make sure you have subscribed to all of our platforms. Make sure you subscribe to YouTube, King Solomon Entertainment, Twitter, King Solomon ENT, Facebook, King Solomon Media Group, as well as Instagram, King_Solomon_ENT_CO_. We thank you guys so much. And if you guys want to support us directly, this is our Cash App. Everything that you donate goes to promote and to cultivate this platform as we continue to grow. We definitely solicit you guys feedback, you guys input, you guys, comments to help us to grow as we move forward into what we're trying to accomplish on this platform as we continue to grow. You guys know we can't do what we do without our sponsors, so we want to take this time to thank them. And so stand tight. We'll be right back. HeartToHeartForYou.org. Heart to Heart mission is to supply every young person with a new pair of shoes, especially those who need them. A domestic and international nonprofit organization. 844-237-6344. Tell them King Solomon sent you. Dr. Amanda J. Rosette, Doctor of Physical Therapy, low back, neck, shoulder pain, pain management, post-surgical rehabilitation. RosettePhysicalTherapy.com. 424-243-5261. Tell them King Solomon sent you. Heel to Heel Shoes, 310-743-5625. Affordable shoes for all occasion. HeelToHeelShoes.org. Tell them King Solomon sent you. There you guys go. Those are our partners. We thank them so much. Let them know that you heard about them on this platform, King Solomon Entertainment, and they'll give you the King Solomon discount. Without further ado, another great interview today with Hollywood Now. And I'm telling you, this wonderful guest we have is a graduate of LA Film School. Okay, his student project has went all the way from BET to Aspire Network. He is also the founder of Dave House Productions. He had done such film as the Her Little Sundress, The Gun Vengeance, Damn Baby. We are so glad to have filmmaker, producer, director, David Wendell Boykins to the platform today. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, my man.
Oh man, I love it. I love it when we have great people who have contributed so much to the arts and to what we're trying to accomplish here on the Hollywood Experience, on Hollywood Now, and just make the show and the platform that much richer, and to read your credits and everything and what you have done. Just amazing. And I love LA Film School. I'm up there all the time. All their programs that they have, their open house that they have. It's a wonderful place to be. Great energy. And so just thank you so much for being here, Mr. Wendell. We appreciate you for coming. So please, we like to get started on just diving right in on where did it all begin, your love for the arts?
Wow. Well, actually, I have to give the start of that to credit to my sister. My sister would try to push me to audition for plays when we were still in college. And I didn't understand where she was coming from. I didn't understand why she was doing that. And then I finally did go out and did a play and got that standing ovation, and I was hooked ever since then. So then I moved out to DC, and in DC I started doing stage work behind the stage. So I was doing stage management and lighting design. But then eventually I got on stage, and so I was doing both of those things, and ended up getting a small role on Homicide: Life on the Street back in the mid-90s, and that was a wrap. I was off. I was like, well, this is it. This is what I want to be doing. So I made that trip on to LA.
I think that is real fascinating. Someone who not all the way sure, but you start to work in production in some area, and then you realize what you do want to do and what you don't want to do,
Right.
how you contribute into every component of what makes the machine what it is, which everybody's part and everybody's role is important. But you really get to hone the craft on, okay, I add this, I want to do this, and it just gives you a bigger picture on how to hone your craft and what each person do, and to be aware of that, because it's important to know what other people do and the significance of what stage managers do, production do, and it's like that makes you, to me, in my personal opinion, make you a better artist, better producer, better director.
Right.
Yeah,
I feel that way as well. I mean, just being able to know all of the pieces, and my personal journey was doing that. I started everything at the bottom and worked my way up. Like I said, I started off in theater doing stage management and lighting, and then worked my way into acting, and then worked my way into writing short scenes, and then worked my way into full out plays and directing those. And the same thing I did with film, I started doing acting in short films, and then I wrote, I took one of the one acts that I did as a play and ended up shooting that one time. And when I did that, then I did another one, and then I did another one. So that got me going. And then I went to film school. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, I started doing the actual shooting stuff and directing things before I went to film school. So, yeah.
No, it all works your muscle, and theater works every part of you, and
everything. Everything.
Yeah,
I mean, to me, theater is the heart and soul of that performance medium. I love theater for just the raw nature of the dedication that you need to have in order to succeed. It's the realest of the real, you know what I mean? So there's no cut, there's no, hey, hold up, let me get the makeup right. I mean, once you're going, you're going.
Yeah, amazing.
And I love that. Yeah,
and that audience instant gratification, that audience instant feedback, and it's just right there, and it makes you definitely sharp on your game. And so, doing transitioning to film now, how challenging has that been? How challenging is making a film, being an independent filmmaker, getting your projects distributed? It's very challenging, or is it not?
Almost impossible sometimes. I mean, I've done several projects, and I've only had, I've only really had 2 distributed, actually. My first play, which was Applause for Miss E, ended up being recorded and straight to DVD. I had Vanessa Bell Calloway in it and Roger Guinevere Smith. I didn't direct that one. I had another company direct it, so I was listed as the producer writer of that piece. But that's the first one that kind of went out. And then the film that's out now on Amazon Prime, which is Mama Song. That happened, but it's been, I first did Applause for Miss E back in 2004, and then we shot it as a straight to DVD in 2007, I believe. And so now I'm just now getting another piece going, so it's a rough road, but I mean, as you keep going and as you never stop. Yeah. And I think that's really the key to any success or anyone's success, is to just don't give up, don't quit,
Yeah. It's all about the forging those relationships and growing, and people know from the work and just producing work and keep going. And that's how people be like, oh, I know Dave, you know what I'm saying, Dave House.
Yeah.
So that's what you want to get to, that point. They say, I know Dave House. Let me take a good look and listen to Dave House, because I know he do this stuff. And that's what you work hard for, to really be heard,
Right.
And be listened, to present your case. So with Mama Song, congratulations, already on Amazon Prime. So what is the message that the film has, and what is the message you think people are going to leave with from watching the film?
Well, I've actually heard different people say different things. I know when I did it, I kind of looked at the angle of forgiveness as the the part of it that made me want to write it and want to do it. I know that there's a stigma of people on the streets. I know there's a stigma of people on drugs or what have you. But what I think the common person really fails to realize is that that person is a person, as somebody's mother or brother or daughter. And we should keep that in mind when we're judging, you know. There's some tenderness in the street as well as the rough in the street. You know, there is a necessity to be seen or be heard, you know, where you feel like you're in a place where you're forgotten. I think people need to be respected in that way. And so I chose to do this on the subject matter because I think there's a lot of mental illness in the community that is exacerbated by being on whatever, you know, drugs you're on. And I don't think people take that into account as much as they should. So I tried to portray the characters tenderly with passion, even though they're going through things that people have seen before in movies or in their real life in the streets. And I hope people come away from it thinking about people in those situations a little bit different.
Yeah, that's always important. I think definitely that has been something that's been on the forefront now as we bring more attention to mental awareness and making a connection. Even, you know, in LA with the homelessness problem and the detachment from homeless and mental illness, and also a result of being on the streets and developing mental illness as a result of homelessness. So it kind of interlocks each other, one from the other, in regards to, as well as drugs, and all these components kind of merge itself together, and it's really becoming a very trivial problem. And I think also the process is that people understand that they may not be in that situation, but they only a situation away, because it's trivial for all of us. And it's like, I think people don't want to face the truth because it hits too close to home, because it's so real, and that we all can have a mental breakdown at any minute, or, you know, it's crazy, but but definitely that's how sensitive
especially
it is.
And to me, especially Black females. I think that we put a lot of expectations on our sisters and mothers without realizing that takes energy, that takes effort, that takes stability, and sometimes they need to be propped up as well. And I don't know if we do that enough. I mean, I know there's a part of the community that really works to try to do that, but I'm not 100% certain we do that enough. In my opinion, the Black female has been the cornerstone of the survival of the Black person in America, because they've had to go through so many different things and still maintain household, maintain children's expectations, and and ability to work, while, you know, men have been attacked and stuff like that. Women have been able to hold us down. So I think that we need to celebrate that.
No, definitely the Black woman has been just that, the pillar and the matriarch. And but even that matriarch, that pillar, like you said, needs to be lifted, and at any given time could be broken, because it's a lot. That's why those who designate that person to be the pillar of their family, the dynamic is, you be strong while I can go be free and do what I need to do, and I need somebody that's gonna always be there for me to make sure that I'm good. And that's a lot to put on somebody, and it's irresponsible for you to think that will last forever. And so that is the sad part about it. But you know, when you think about all of us as a whole that go through so much, the breakdown is right around the corner, you know. And so it's like, and now you see more and more, and we are definitely a strong people. We're definitely a miracle. But think about how long it's been. I mean, it's even the strongest people, you know, have a breaking point. I mean, and you're reaching that cusp, but almost 500 years of this trivial trauma that have not been addressed it, you know, and it's more and more. So let me ask you, how long? Because even the strongest person do this and not have any type of mental breakdown. And
Right.
so, yeah, because they say if it was anybody else, they would definitely be mentally
Snap it
gone
too.
right now.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, definitely
Yeah.
been gone. So this is what you're finding out now. That's been a long time, and it's been trivial, and it has been untreated and undiagnosed, and more and more mental breakdown that's happening. And this is just a reality of our experience and of our lives, and that's why this is great work that you're doing, and it's so needed. And you definitely known as an expert storyteller, a very well storyteller. And how did that come about? How did the story drives you? You know, because different things drive different creators and makers, you know, but the story, you have this mechanism that all the components have to be there. But how did that come about, and why is telling this story or a story perfectly or how you see it is important in filmmaking?
Well, I mean, first off, it's all about the story. I mean, you can get away with bad cinematography. You can get away with a little bit of bad acting. You can get away you can't get away with bad sound. Bad sound don't work. But if you do not have a story that is, in my opinion, I think that stories have to be heartfelt. You have to be able to fall in love with the characters. If you're not falling in love with the characters, you're not going to care about what happens at the end. So that's number one, you know, to have an arc for your main characters, and being able to lay out their struggles so that as they go through their trials and tribulations in that story, when you get to the end, you're rooting for them. You're wanting them to succeed because you've fallen in love with them. If you have not fallen in love with your characters in the film, people will not like the story. That's just the bottom line. They won't care. You know, they'll turn it off. So my goal when I'm doing theater as well is about bringing out the thing of the characters that makes the audience fall in love. You know, whether they are and bad or, you know, good guy, technically speaking, that goes across the board for me. One of the characters that have, you know, stuck in my mind since I was young was Darth Vader. You know, Darth Vader is, you know, the baddest of the baddest characters, you know what I mean? But by the time you start watching this stuff, you start falling in love with his struggle, you know? And he the bad guy. And I'm like, wait a minute, they on to something. That right there is, you know, they're on to something. And so I try to make my protagonist and my antagonist just as sympathetic to the audience, you know, each one of them. And that's the way I've gone. That's how I've tried to make my stories from the beginning.
That full 360 arc, that full 360 cultivation of character, and that all the elements, or having fun with the elements of being a good hero, a good bad hero, or a nasty of hero. You could definitely stretch it and have definitely experiment with it, but definitely make the character reach people and identify with the people, and they feel from and all these emotions from them. It's magic, isn't it? It's really great magic. We're here on Hollywood Now. Another great interview with our filmmaker, David Wendell Boykins, Mr. Storyteller himself, producer, director. Latest project, Mama Songs, that's now airing on Amazon Prime. We just so happy for everything that you're doing, and what's next for you. What you working on currently? What you got cooking? What you got brewing in the pot?
Well, I'm working on another feature film right now called The Masterpiece. And it's about a young lady going through the trials of just growing up and finding herself, while at the same time she's being hunted by an ancient evil. It's kind of, this is touching on a little bit of the fantasy, but I'm blending fantasy with real world. And so I'm excited about it. This is, I think all of the things that I've written in the past and all the things that I've shot has culminated to me writing this story. I mean, I actually attempted to write this story several years ago. I looked through my notes and saw that I had written my first pages of this story back in like 2005, you know, but I had to put it down. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to attack it like it needed to be attacked. But last year during the pandemic, I was able to open it up again and get at it. So right now I'm doing another polish over the script right now, but I've had people look at it. I've gotten some industry feedback on it and stuff. So I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about this project.
That's good. That's good.
Just to say a lot about what I've been talking about already, as far as like the female dynamic in the Black family, as well as, and it goes further to describe how important the Black female is to the history of mankind, to be honest.
Yes.
Yeah. So it dives into some deep stuff. But I'm trying to keep it it's Southern. I'm from the South. I'm from Louisiana. So the film takes place down South, you know. And it's a cool story. So I can't wait to get that out and up. And if there's anybody looking to produce something, I am most definitely open to hearing from you.
Yes, absolutely.
And we can talk about it, because I think this would be something that can make an impact.
No, it's good. It's good. So what will I say? What is your dream role? Have you done your dream role yet? Have you produced the dream role, dream character?
I'm working on it right now. The masterpiece is it. This is it. This is what, and I'm so happy to be on it. But this is it. This is what I've been looking for. You know, you open up the computer and like, I want to get something. I want to tell a story. What story do I want to tell? And you know, I started looking at, you know, the history and doing a lot of research on ancient Egypt, Mesopotamia, the Assyrians, and things of that nature, really going back in what our origins were, you know, and, you know, science and technology, the seed of life, all these different things have been influencing me to get to this story.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm, you know, now, if nobody likes it, I mean, I can't, you know, I don't know if anyone's going to like it or not, but I'm loving it. I'm loving writing it. I'm loving putting it together. I feel like it is a positive piece. I feel like it will do the world good to see it.
That's good. That's really good. So please let people know how they can connect with you, how they could join you and do, you know, get on board and get involved, and how they can, you know, reach out to you and everything. What's your social media handles?
Instagram and Twitter are Dave House Productions. So it's like at Dave House Productions. And then David Wendell Boykins on Facebook.
Okay.
And my website is davehouseproductions.com.
Okay, davehouseproductions.com. Yeah. Amazing, man. So keep doing what you're doing. We're so glad to have you here on Hollywood Now. Film director, film producer, David Wendell Boykins. Wonderful work that you're doing. New project on Amazon Prime called Mama Son. And can't wait to hear for that movie, the Dream movie coming out, a masterpiece. We can't wait to hear, can't wait to see it, and just wonderful, more great things you're contributing to the arts. And we just thank you so much for everything. And thank you for being on our platform today. We see all of our guests as friends to the show, family. Anything else you have you want to promote, come back on. And we here, we're growing, and we're going to be on every platform. We're going to the networks, streaming. Before the end of the year, we'll be streaming. So just bigger and better things is coming.
And that's all it is. I mean, I think everyone's trying to take those next steps. So congratulations to you for growing your platform and getting out there on a larger level, man, because you know, we have to keep pushing forward. You know, different people have things to say, and the voices that have been saying everything, some voices have been good. I mean, there's some talented people out there that's putting out good material or what have you, but I think there's room for more, especially more from people of color. We've been kept out for such a long time. It's a wonderful thing to be able to have platforms that we can go out and get seen in a larger volume, you know. So congratulations to you too, my brother.
Yeah, taking advantage of technology, and even with technology, the challenges that come with people are fighting for a place of their own, a space of their own.
Yeah.
I think variety is important within the Black experience, not a monolithic experience, but the diversity that we have is important, like Black sci-fi, Black superhero, drama, comedy, like everything on the spectrum in that variety, if yet to be shown. Always on, it's always one project per African American, and we need to have a variety of different things that we do and we are, and that's the space that's being created, and it's exciting because content right now is king, and so continue to produce content, continue to do what you're doing, brother. We're so excited that you came on our platform, and we'll hear from you again. Until next time, you have a great rest of your day. Definitely connect. David House Production. Thank you so much, Dave House. Dave House.
Thank you for having me, brother. Thank you so much.
Have a great rest of your day. Till next time, we'll see you. All right.
Yes, sir. All right.
Thank you guys for tuning in for another interview with Hollywood Now on King Solomon Entertainment. There you go. Another great interview with filmmaker David Wendell Boykins. Check out his film on Amazon Prime, Mama Song. Great project, great film. And thank you guys so much for your contribution, your help. Share this video, subscribe. If you want to connect with us, please subscribe right now to YouTube, King Solomon Entertainment. We are on Twitter, King Solomon ENT. We are on Facebook, King Solomon Media Group, Instagram, King_Solomon_ENT_CO_. And we thank you guys so much. We would like to thank our partners one last time before we exit for the wonderful work that they're doing. And we'll see you next time. Thank you guys so much. HeartToHeartForYou.org. Heart to Heart mission is to supply every young person with a new pair of shoes, especially those who need them. A domestic and international nonprofit organization. 844-237-6344. Tell them King Solomon sent you. Dr. Amanda J. Rosette, Doctor of Physical Therapy, low back, neck, shoulder pain, pain management, post-surgical rehabilitation. RosettePhysicalTherapy.com. 424-243-5261. Tell them King Solomon sent you. Come Massage Therapy Group. We come to you. You can come to us. You in charge. 951-210-2945. 28991 Old Town Front, Suite number 208, Temecula, California. ComoMassage.com. Tell them King Solomon sent you.
Yeah, Hollywood.